Every morning is a battlefield. Your mind will argue, your body will resist, the world will tempt. Remember, he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Today you decide. Take the first step, small but deliberate. Consistency builds empires from whispers. Begin now, for hesitation is the thief of your future. The path to being uncommon starts with one bold move, one refusal to obey fear. Pain is temporary. Growth is eternal. The Stoics said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Each challenge is a teacher, not a punishment. When fear whispers, respond with action. When doubt rises, anchor in purpose. The fire of struggle tempers your potential, forging you into someone who refuses to be average, someone who redefines possible. Imagine your life as a sculptor's block. Every decision, every effort chips away the unnecessary. No man is free who is not master of himself. Discipline is the chisel, habits are the strike. Each act of courage, each sacrifice for excellence, reveals your true form. Do not fear effort, fear mediocrity. The world rewards those who craft their destiny, not those who drift in comfort. You are a storm in waiting. Proverbs remind us, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. The winds of struggle are your training. Let criticism ignite, not intimidate. Let setbacks teach, not define. Every failure carries seeds of triumph. Stand firm when the storm rages, your resilience will be your reputation. The world notices those who rise, unshaken, unyielding, unapologetically themselves. Vision is power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not barriers, they are stairways. Walk them. Climb them. Transform resistance into momentum. Your focus creates gravity, pulling opportunity toward you. Do not wander blindly. Define your purpose, and let it magnetize every thought, every action, every day. Time is a silent predator. Procrastination steals dreams while you deliberate. Lost time is never found again. The present is all you own, wield it like a sword. Begin before you are ready. Every small victory compounds. A minute of focus daily builds mountains of achievement. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for certainty. The uncommon seize the moment and bend it to their will. Your mind is a garden. Thoughts are seeds. Sow strength, resilience, and audacity. Pull weeds of doubt, fear, and complaint. As you think, so shall you become. Each choice shapes your reality. Nurture ambition. Water persistence. Protect your mental soil from toxic influences. Growth is invisible, slow, and relentless, yet unstoppable. In time, your harvest will astonish those who doubted. Comparison is the enemy of excellence. Proverbs warn, the tallest tree catches the most wind. Stand in your own light. Learn from others, yes, but chart your course. The unique path is narrow and challenging, but it leads to heights unseen by the average. Measure your growth against yesterday, not them. Every day you improve, you become more than ordinary. You become uncommon. Courage is silent. Bravery does not seek applause. Stoics remind us, it is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Speak your truth, act on your values, risk discomfort. Every leap over fear compounds into confidence, autonomy, and mastery. The world rewards those willing to act, not those waiting for perfect conditions. Move now. Legacy is built in moments unnoticed. Small deeds done are better than great deeds planned. Discipline in solitude, kindness without witness, effort without celebration, these forge character. Each action is a brick in your personal empire. Do not be seduced by instant gratification. Value the slow burn of persistent excellence. In time, your life will radiate influence and power far beyond your imagination. Discomfort is your training ground. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Most fear is fiction. Step into the task you avoid. Make the call. Start the project. Enter the gym. Each confrontation with resistance shrinks it. What once felt impossible becomes routine. Level up by doing daily what your weaker self negotiates away. Fortune favors preparation. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. While others wait for chance, you build capacity. Study. Practice. Refine. When the door opens, you will not hesitate, you will dominate. The uncommon are not lucky, they are ready. Preparation turns random moments into life-altering breakthroughs. Control what you can. Release what you cannot. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react. Your reaction is your power. Traffic, criticism, rejection, none define you. Your response does. Master your reactions and you master your destiny. Emotional discipline is the foundation of elite performance. Excuses are elegant lies. He who has a why can bear almost anyhow. Define your why so clearly that fatigue bows before it. When purpose burns strong, obstacles shrink. Weak reasons create weak results. Powerful reasons create unstoppable momentum. Clarify your mission and let it command your actions. Habits build identity. Aristotle declared, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence is not an act, it is repetition. Wake early. Train hard. Study deep. Execute daily. Each repeated action sculpts who you become. You do not rise to goals, you fall to habits. Upgrade them, and your life upgrades automatically. Silence your ego. Growth requires humility. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Stay teachable. Stay curious. Pride blocks progress, humility accelerates it. Seek feedback. Accept correction. Improve relentlessly. The uncommon never assume arrival, they pursue refinement without end. Guard your focus like treasure. Where attention goes, energy flows. Distraction is modern weakness. Turn off noise. Close unnecessary tabs, mentally and digitally. Deep work creates rare results. Shallow effort creates average outcomes. Choose depth. Master concentration, and you separate yourself instantly. Resilience is built in repetition of adversity. Japanese proverb says, "Fall 7 times, stand up 8." The number of times you rise defines you. Failure is not defeat, surrender is. Each recovery strengthens your backbone. Each restart sharpens your edge. Stand again. Always stand again. Energy is sacred currency. Protect it. He who angers you conquers you. Do not give emotional control away cheaply. Channel frustration into fuel. Channel criticism into refinement. Your energy determines your output. Spend it wisely on creation, not reaction. Fear is a compass. It points toward growth. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Avoid comfort disguised as safety. Enter the cave. Start the business. Speak the idea. Publish the work. Growth lives on the other side of hesitation. Patience is not passive waiting, it is disciplined endurance. Like bamboo that grows roots unseen for years before breaking the surface, your effort may look invisible. Do not confuse silence with stagnation. Underground seasons build unshakable foundations. While others chase applause, you deepen strength. When breakthrough comes, it will look sudden to them, but you will know it was earned slowly, deliberately, relentlessly through faith and focused repetition daily. Character is forged where no audience exists. When no one watches, your standards reveal your future. Integrity is doing the hard task without supervision, choosing growth over comfort, truth over convenience. Private discipline becomes public dominance. Each unseen repetition strengthens identity. Each silent sacrifice compounds power. Build in darkness so that when light finds you, it exposes preparation, not weakness, not doubt, not unfinished potential. Complexity confuses progress. Simplicity accelerates it. Identify the few actions that create the greatest results and attack them consistently. Remove distractions disguised as opportunities. The Stoics valued clarity, you must too. Focus on essentials. Master fundamentals. Refine daily execution. When energy is concentrated, impact multiplies. When attention is scattered, progress dissolves. Choose fewer goals. Execute them with intensity until results become inevitable. Environment shapes elevation. The voices around you influence the standards within you. If surrounded by doubt, you will shrink. If surrounded by ambition, you will stretch. Audit your circle honestly. Distance from chronic negativity. Draw closer to builders, thinkers, disciplined executors. Growth thrives in empowering ecosystems. Protect your mental climate. You cannot soar with anchors tied to your ankles. Momentum begins with imperfect action. Waiting for clarity often disguises fear. Take the step before you feel ready. Movement generates confidence. Execution creates understanding. Each small completion fuels the next decision. Progress favors the bold, not the hesitant. Replace overthinking with disciplined doing. Start messy if necessary, but start. The uncommon win because they move while others remain trapped in analysis and endless hesitation. Pressure is not punishment, it is preparation. Steel strengthens in heat, and so do you. When challenges surround you, resist the urge to escape. Stay present. Study the lesson hidden inside discomfort. Growth rarely feels gentle. It stretches patience, tests belief, and exposes weakness. Accept refinement. What strains you today strengthens you tomorrow. Endure with purpose, and pressure becomes power stored for future victory and unshakable confidence within. Gratitude sharpens vision. When you focus only on what is missing, motivation fades. When you recognize progress, momentum returns. Appreciation does not weaken ambition, it stabilizes it. A grounded mind performs better under stress. Count small wins. Respect lessons learned. Progress is built from accumulated improvements, not dramatic leaps. Balance hunger with awareness, and you will grow without burning out or losing direction. Decisiveness builds authority. Indecision drains energy and invites doubt. Choose a direction and commit fully. Even if adjustment becomes necessary, movement creates clarity. Leaders are not those who avoid mistakes, they are those who move despite uncertainty. Courage is action under incomplete information. Train yourself to decide swiftly and execute confidently. Momentum rewards the bold mind that refuses paralysis. Standards determine destiny. What you tolerate repeatedly becomes your baseline. If you accept mediocrity, you normalize it. Raise expectations for effort, focus, and integrity. Demand more from yourself than circumstances require. Excellence is enforced internally before recognized externally. Guard your standards fiercely. They are invisible boundaries protecting your potential from erosion and complacency. Consistency transforms effort into inevitability. Occasional intensity cannot compete with disciplined repetition. Show up daily, even when motivation fades. Systems outperform moods. Routine defeats resistance. When execution becomes habit, progress compounds quietly. Most quit during monotony. You must endure it. Outlast boredom. Outlast frustration. Outlast doubt. Victory often belongs to the one who simply refused to stop. Confidence is built, not borrowed. It grows from repeated proof that you can do hard things. Train your skills deliberately. Study longer. Practice deeper. Refine details others ignore. Competence removes fear because preparation replaces doubt. When you know you have done the work, hesitation weakens. Build yourself into someone your future cannot deny. Criticism is fuel if you choose to burn it correctly. Do not argue endlessly. Do not explain excessively. Produce results. Let output silence noise. Every doubt directed at you can become energy redirected into execution. Stay calm. Stay focused. Let progress respond where words would only waste strength and attention. Adaptability is strategic strength. Conditions change. Markets shift. Plans fail. Do not break when reality adjusts. Bend intelligently. Improve the approach, not the mission. Flexibility keeps you moving while rigidity traps you. The uncommon survive storms because they adjust their sails without abandoning direction. Self-control is silent power. Master your impulses. Delay gratification. Choose long-term gain over short-term comfort. Discipline protects ambition from self-sabotage. Each controlled reaction strengthens authority within. Freedom tomorrow depends on restraint today. Govern yourself or be governed by weakness. Speak less about goals. Execute more toward them. Public declarations feel productive but often replace real effort. Let silence become your ally. Quiet focus multiplies efficiency. When results appear, they will speak clearly. Protect your energy from unnecessary display. Build privately. Deliver powerfully. Originality requires courage. It is easier to copy than to create. Yet imitation caps growth. Your perspective, shaped by struggle and insight, is rare. Develop it. Sharpen it. Express it boldly. The world does not reward repetition forever. It rewards distinct value delivered consistently. Complacency hides inside comfort. Once progress begins, do not relax into it. Stay curious. Stay ambitious. Continue refining. Success can dull hunger if you allow it. Maintain the mindset of a student even while performing like a leader. Growth is sustained by humility and constant improvement. Systems build results more reliably than bursts of emotion. Design routines that support your goals. Protect time for focused work. Track performance honestly. Improve processes continuously. When systems are strong, motivation becomes optional. Structure carries you forward even when enthusiasm fluctuates. Detach from outcomes you cannot control. Attach fully to effort you can. External results vary, but disciplined input remains within your authority. Focus on preparation, execution, and learning. When attention stays on controllable actions, anxiety reduces and performance strengthens naturally. Responsibility transforms weakness into leverage. Blame feels comforting but removes power. Ownership restores it. Accept your role in every result, good or bad. Learn fast. Adjust quickly. Grow deliberately. The moment you stop blaming circumstances is the moment your level truly begins to rise. Energy must be protected like capital. Not every battle deserves your attention. Choose carefully where you invest thought and emotion. Guard mornings. Guard focus. Guard ambition. When energy is scattered, impact weakens. When directed with intention, progress accelerates. Discipline your attention like a weapon. Fear often signals growth ahead. The task that intimidates you most likely contains expansion. Step toward it deliberately. Do not wait for fear to disappear, move while it exists. Courage is forward motion despite uncertainty. Each confrontation with discomfort shrinks its power over you. Comparison steals momentum. Measure yourself against yesterday, not against strangers. Track improvement. Refine skills. Strengthen habits. Progress becomes sustainable when competition is internal. External comparison distorts focus. Internal evolution builds mastery. Resilience is repetition after rejection. Failure is data, not identity. Extract lessons quickly. Remove emotion from analysis. Adjust strategy. Continue execution. Every setback contains instruction. The uncommon treat losses as training sessions for future wins. Vision provides endurance when motivation fades and obstacles multiply. Without a clear destination, effort weakens under pressure. Define precisely what you are building and why it matters beyond temporary reward. Write it clearly. Review it daily. Let purpose anchor emotion during chaos. A powerful vision turns sacrifice into strategy and transforms pain into meaningful investment toward a future you deliberately design. Silence becomes strategic strength in a noisy world. As progress becomes visible, opinions multiply rapidly. Not every voice deserves influence over your direction. Filter input with discipline. Seek wisdom from experienced builders, not spectators seeking attention. Protect your mental focus fiercely. Clarity declines when distractions increase. Guard your mission from unnecessary commentary and remain centered on execution. Habits operate quietly but determine loudly. Your repeated daily actions shape outcomes more than dramatic efforts ever will. Audit your routines without excuse. Strengthen behaviors aligned with growth. Eliminate patterns that sabotage progress. Small adjustments applied consistently create powerful long-term shifts. Change what you practice, and you change what you produce. Discipline and repetition constructs destiny. Endurance separates interest from commitment. Many begin with enthusiasm, but few persist through monotony and resistance. Continue after excitement fades. Continue when recognition is absent. Continue when progress feels slow. Sustainable advancement belongs to those who maintain disciplined execution over time. Outlast emotional swings. Outlast temporary doubt. Persistence transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. Discomfort functions as tuition for expansion. Growth demands payment in effort, patience, and humility. Avoiding difficulty delays development and increases regret later. Lean into challenges deliberately. Each demanding task strengthens capacity and resilience. Invest in hard work now to reduce future limitation. The price of progress is temporary strain, the reward is lasting strength and elevated capability. Leveling up requires identity transformation, not surface improvement. Do not chase higher results while maintaining old standards. Upgrade thinking. Upgrade discipline. Upgrade emotional control. Become the person capable of sustaining elevated outcomes. Results follow identity naturally. When internal standards rise consistently, external performance follows predictably. Evolve internally, and achievement expands externally without force. Time is the only resource you cannot recover once spent. Guard it with intention. Every distraction steals fragments of your potential future. Replace passive consumption with deliberate creation. Schedule growth the way others schedule entertainment. Protect focused hours fiercely. When time is respected, productivity increases. When time is wasted, regret accumulates silently. Treat each hour as capital invested toward mastery. Emotional control is advanced strength. Reacting impulsively weakens authority over your path. Pause before responding. Think before deciding. Separate feelings from facts. Calm analysis produces better outcomes than heated reaction. The disciplined mind remains steady during turbulence. Stability under pressure creates trust, influence, and power. Master your reactions, and you master your direction. Long-term thinking outperforms short-term excitement. Quick wins feel rewarding, but sustainable growth demands patience. Evaluate decisions based on future impact, not immediate comfort. Delay gratification when necessary. Strategic patience multiplies returns over time. When others chase instant validation, you build durable advantage through consistent, forward-focused action and measured discipline. Self-belief must be reinforced daily. Doubt appears quietly and grows when unchecked. Replace negative internal dialogue with constructive analysis. Remind yourself of past victories. Review evidence of growth. Confidence grounded in preparation becomes stable. Speak to yourself with discipline and intention. Internal language shapes external behavior more than circumstance ever will. Execution eliminates uncertainty. The longer you hesitate, the heavier the task feels. Break large objectives into manageable actions. Start immediately. Completion builds clarity. Progress reduces fear. Each finished step strengthens momentum. Movement reveals solutions hidden from stagnant thinking. Act consistently, and complexity simplifies itself through experience and iteration. Strength grows through responsibility. Accept ownership of your results without excuse. Blame offers temporary comfort but permanent limitation. When you assume full accountability, improvement becomes possible. Analyze mistakes objectively. Correct them quickly. Growth accelerates when ego steps aside. Responsibility converts setbacks into stepping stones toward higher performance. Your environment must reflect your ambition. Organize your space to support focus. Remove unnecessary clutter. Surround yourself with tools that enhance productivity. Physical order influences mental clarity. When your surroundings align with your mission, execution becomes smoother. Design conditions that make discipline easier and distraction harder. Humility sustains growth at higher levels. Success can create illusion of completion. Resist that illusion. Continue learning. Seek feedback. Study weaknesses without defensiveness. A teachable mindset prevents stagnation. Mastery is not a final destination but a continuous process of refinement. Remain a student, even while achieving. Risk is unavoidable in meaningful pursuit. Safety often hides stagnation. Evaluate risks intelligently, then move forward decisively. Calculated courage expands opportunity. Avoid reckless impulse, but reject paralyzing caution. Progress demands stepping beyond familiarity. Growth begins where comfort ends and disciplined boldness begins. Legacy is built through consistent impact, not temporary attention. Focus on value creation rather than validation seeking. Serve through excellence. Deliver with integrity. Let your work speak across time. When contribution becomes priority, recognition follows naturally. Build something that outlasts momentary applause and defines sustained significance. Clarity reduces anxiety. When goals are vague, effort scatters and doubt expands. Define measurable targets. Break them into timelines. Attach action to intention. Specificity sharpens focus and eliminates confusion. The mind performs better with clear direction. Replace uncertainty with structure. A defined mission transforms overwhelming ambition into executable strategy. Patience is not inactivity, it is controlled persistence. While others rush and exhaust themselves, you maintain steady progress. Understand that meaningful growth compounds slowly before it becomes visible. Trust disciplined repetition. Quiet effort accumulates strength beneath the surface. When results appear, they will reflect sustained dedication rather than temporary intensity. Your thoughts must serve your mission. Negative loops waste cognitive energy. Interrupt limiting narratives immediately. Replace them with solution-oriented thinking. Ask better questions. What can be improved? What can be learned? Productive thinking builds momentum. Direct your mind deliberately. Unmanaged thoughts create chaos. Disciplined thinking creates advancement. Sacrifice defines seriousness. If everything remains comfortable, growth is minimal. Trade entertainment for education. Trade excuses for execution. Trade comfort for capability. Advancement requires conscious exchange. You cannot elevate while clinging to habits that anchor you to average performance. Choose long-term elevation over short-term ease. Momentum thrives on completion. Finish what you start. Incomplete projects drain confidence and clutter focus. Develop the discipline to close loops. Deliver fully. Completion builds credibility with yourself and others. Each finished objective strengthens belief in your capacity to execute larger visions consistently. Stand firm in your values. External pressure may attempt to redirect your principles. Integrity must remain non-negotiable. When values guide decisions, clarity strengthens and regret diminishes. Shortcuts may appear profitable, but compromised standards erode long-term stability. Protect character as fiercely as ambition. Repetition builds mastery beyond talent. Natural ability may initiate progress, but disciplined practice sustains it. Train fundamentals relentlessly. Refine small details repeatedly. Excellence emerges from controlled, focused repetition. When preparation deepens, performance elevates naturally under pressure. Awareness separates reaction from strategy. Observe situations fully before responding. Gather information. Analyze patterns. Strategic thinking requires emotional distance. When you respond with calculation instead of impulse, influence expands. Measured decisions create consistent results in unpredictable environments. Growth demands letting go of outdated identity. Who you were cannot carry you to who you must become. Release limiting beliefs. Abandon past excuses. Reinvent standards continuously. Personal evolution requires courage to outgrow previous versions of yourself without hesitation. Leveling up is a lifelong discipline. There is no final summit, only higher standards. Continue refining. Continue learning. Continue executing. Let ambition remain structured, not chaotic. Build with patience. Advance with clarity. Sustain with integrity. Elevation is earned daily through consistent, focused action aligned with purpose.